Good morning, lunatics. Welcome to Morning Java. Morning Java brought to you, as always, John, by our good friends at the Get-Go Cafe and Market. I don't have a cup with me because we're in Cincinnati.
I know.
There are Get-Go's around here. Haven't found one yet. I am hungry. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get those little swimming fishies. But if you're a good Pittsburgher, that means you like a good Friday fish fry.
Absolutely.
And at Get-Go, you can get that any day of the week. It doesn't have to be Friday.
That's right. Any day. Sunday through Saturday, Monday through Sunday, however you want to cover the week, fish every day.
Every day. And of course today, John, opening day. It's here, the holiday for people all around the country, even Pittsburghers.
Yeah, it's fitting it's here in Cincinnati. It's 50th year anniversary of the first professional team, the Reds, and they're going to have quite a pregame ceremony. Well, they have the big parade every year in Cincinnati, and it's going to be a pretty big to-do in the pregame. And actually, the Reds are going to have a celebration all year of the 150th anniversary of professional baseball. So it should be fun. Pirates and Reds, first of about 78 games between the two teams this year. It does seem like they play every other week. And so I guess it's fitting the Buccos and Redlegs kick it off.
Yeah, and you spoke to Celebration. The commissioner is in town, it looks like. So
yeah, Rob Manfred.
We'll hear from him. Do you have any favorite memories in Cincinnati covering games out here?
Well, the one that would come back, it was many, many, many years ago, the 1990 National League Championship Series, Game 6. The Pirates were down 2 runs in the 9th inning, and they were facing elimination. And Carmelo Martinez, who only played for the Pirates briefly, hit a long fly ball to right field, and Glenn Braggs was the Reds' right fielder. He happened to be 6'6", so he just reached up. He didn't get a good jump on it. And if it had been a normal person, it would have been a home run. But because he was 6'6", he could just go to the wall, jump up, and rob Carmelo Martinez of a 3-run homer. And the Reds got 2 more outs, and that was the end of the 1990 NLCS. The Reds won in 6 games. But I always wonder what might have been if a normal-sized person would have been out there in right field, and if the Pirates won Game 6, the momentum they would have had also after winning Game 5 at Three River Stadium, if they wouldn't have ended up in a World Series that year.
Well, of course, it helps when you're tall in right field, but it also helps when you don't fall down, huh?
True. Yeah, it makes a big, big difference, yes.
So opening day, John. Talked a little bit about what the Reds have in store. What number opening day is this for you?
This will be, 1978. My dad and I started going every year I was 14, which tells my age. So this would be, let me do them, 42 opener. Now, home openers. Now, when I was younger, we didn't go travel with the Pirates. So not as far as all openers, but as far as opening day, my first one was 78. And so when they open at home on Monday against the Cardinals, that'll be my 42nd consecutive home opener.
I'm working on my 3rd.
Wow. Keep working at it.
I've been to a few before I started reporting and shooting photos, obviously, but these road openers, this is the 3rd one in a row now. Of course, it was Boston, and then Detroit last year, and now in Cincinnati. I'm looking forward to it. What can Pirates fans look forward to this season? Because everybody's talking about the pitching right now, but you and I have talked a little bit off the camera, and that can they really be expected to carry the team through the season?
I think it's hard to ask 4 pitchers to carry as much of a load as the Pirates are asking. Now, you look at Jameson, Trevor Williams, Joe Musgrove, Chris Archer. They're all very talented pitchers, Matt, and they all are very capable of having very good seasons. But I don't know if they're going to catch the ball, the defense behind them on a consistent basis, and if that
starts with staying on your feet again.
Exactly. And secondly, I don't know if they're going to get a lot of run support. They didn't last year. The Pirates were 19th in the league in runs scored, 25th in the majors in home runs, and I don't care how well you pitch, you're not going to throw a shutout every time out. You're going to need some runs. You can't win a game 0-0, and I think the Pirates are going to have to find a way to score some runs to help these guys out, or it's just going to be an inordinate amount of stress put on these 4 starters.
Yeah, I really worry about the run support. I mean, you're talking about a team who we didn't know who the left side of the infield was going to be, and really all year we don't know. Now, around the league, we're seeing this starting trend. Instead of holding the young guys back and gaining that extra year of control, we're starting to see guys signing the contract early. We saw Jimenez in Chicago sign the contract early. Maybe Alonso on the Mets looking to do the same thing. He made the opening day roster. Of course, you have Guerrero up in Toronto. When can the Pirates fans now? Brian Hayes way down that list, down around that 75 mark in terms of top prospects, but can he be expected to impact that left side this year?
I don't know if they'll bring him up this year or not, because, again, it always comes down to the control and the service time, and I don't know, unless the Pirates think they can sign him to a long-term deal, that would be the only way they would bring him up early. I think right now he can play in the big leagues, and I know some people disagree. They think he needs time at AAA, and maybe he does, but defensively at least, he certainly can play right now in the big leagues. And I had a scout tell me in spring training, if you brought him up to the big leagues today, he'd be among the top 5 defensive third basemen in the major leagues. That's how good he is. Hitting, he still has a little power to add to his game, but his body's starting to fill out, and I think you're going to see him add some power. So I think he's going to be a guy that's really going to help them be a real mainstay of this team. If not this year, certainly next year, I think he would be the starting third baseman, and I think he has a very bright future, and I think somebody for the Pirate fans to really get excited about.
John, we talked a little bit about can the 4 big starting pitchers carry the team throughout the year. What about the guy who's expected to be the ace? What about the Jameson who goes out there today and pitches on the road here in Cincinnati?
Well, he had a fine season last year, and he really built off a pretty good year the year before. And I think a lot of people I talked to, a lot of executives from other teams, a lot of scouts from other teams, feel that he's ready to take another major step up this year, Matt, and become one of the better pitchers in the league. In fact, I've had a couple people even tell me he's a dark horse Cy Young candidate, which would be saying something, because the Pirates haven't had a Cy Young winner in 29 years.
Yeah, we just had our fantasy baseball draft, actually, and it's a keeper league. It's a dynasty league, so you hold on to 13 guys. Just had 2 players in our league trade straight up Jameson for Steven Strasburg. If you would have told me 2, 3 beginning of last year, now obviously Strasburg's had his issues, but I mean, is he on that level? Not fantasy wise, but is he on that level?
He's getting there, and a lot of people, including myself, think he can get to that level this season. I mean, you look at it, for one, he's got a great arm, and he's got very good pitches. And then you add the intangibles to the fact that he's a very bright guy, truly understands pitching, how to set up hitters, understands hitters' strengths and weaknesses, and you add that all together, and he really is quite the package. And I mean, he has everything you're looking for in a number 1 type starter, and it's just a matter of experience, and he's gained it here over the last 2.5 years, and I think it's going to see it all come together and him really have a big year this year.
Yeah, I'm excited to shoot him, of course, once again. I'm also excited to pick up my little Cincinnati Reds replica bat and a magnet for my fridge.
Absolutely.
You have any traditions, any Chotskys you pick up when you're on the road?
I used to, but not as much anymore. Now I got older. I found out I had a whole house cluttered with stuff. So,
me too. Sorry, Molly.
So I've cut back a little bit, but I like to save. I like to save the programs from opening day. I really do. I mean, I have plenty of bobbleheads. Not that they give them out on opening day, but I'm a bobblehead guy. I like the bobbleheads. I think they're funny, and so yeah, I'm a little bit of a collector. I collected baseball cards when I was a kid. Used to be a big to-do back then when it didn't cost. You didn't have to weigh whether you were going to go on a European vacation or buy a pack of baseball cards back in the day. So yeah, I enjoy that. But yeah, opening day in general is always fun. It's the start of a new year, and yeah, I look forward to it.
Well, we'll see if DK picks up one of the Cincinnati-themed bobbleheads for what's normally back behind us here on Java. Of course, for John Perrotto, I'm Matt Sunday, and we are in a Marriott property and not in the Java studio, as the lack of bobbleheads will tell you.